What is going on, everybody? Welcome to, I would say, Facebook Live normally, but we are live here on YouTube. I am excited about talking to you guys today about Craigslist. Man, have they made some moves lately? I went to post on our business some information on Craigslist, and Craigslist is now charging $5 per ad. So if you guys are a small business owner out there and you guys use Craigslist as a sole proprietorship, solely on that to drive your business advertising, know that you're going to be paying $5 per ad now. So I know we used to flood that out pretty well. I mean, we would post 9 or so ads a day, and you have to understand that Craigslist is now charging $5 per ad. And so if you guys are new, I don't want you guys to be disturbed by that. If you guys are starting up a business, throw $5 at it, see what it does for you. But I think it's going to ruffle some feathers, especially on a lot of businesses out there, because a lot of you guys used Craigslist as your sole place for advertising and thought, hey, that would be an awesome opportunity to advertise. And yeah, I like the advertising on there. Just got here. What's up, Timothy? We're talking about Craigslist is now charging $5 per ad that you put out there. So if it's a business ad that you're posting, it's $5 per ad. It lasts for 30 days strong, and after that it'd be deleted, and then you'll have to add another $5 one. Now, how many $5 ones can you put up? I'm not sure. I haven't tested that out yet, but I know that a lot of the newbies, I mean, this is going to hurt us newbies. I shouldn't say us newbies. There's a lot of newbies out there that's going to hurt you guys for sure. But I don't want it to devastate you and be like, oh, I can't get any advertising for free. It just means you got to work a little harder, right? You got to do boots on the ground. You got to throw cards out. You got to maybe do signs and flyers and other things that you can put that, time and energy in. I know it's easy to throw out free advertising because I think Craigslist was a great, way to get the community around you. But listen, you still have some other free opportunities out there to throw business out, such as what's it? I forget the name of it actually. Let me see what the name of the app is. Nextdoor. Nextdoor is a good app. You can get free advertising. You can pay for the advertising as well. But you had to know that Craigslist was going to jump on the bandwagon of Facebook and you're going to charge, right? They did the same thing for their auto because they were getting flooded out by all the, used car dealerships for each car individual on their lot. They were doing it, 3 posting, 4 posting on different emails every single day, times how many vehicles they had. And that's a lot of space on there. So I want to know how Craigslist will do. I want to know if anybody will use Craigslist anymore. And to be honest with you, I think I might take my $5 and put it on Facebook. I think Facebook would be better for advertising, and I think I would highly recommend the newbies to go on Facebook rather than Craigslist to put your guys' information in there, just solely the sole fact that you get a lot more people looking at Facebook every single day than you do on that. I have 4 Craigslists that I use as is, and I'll pay the $20 a month. Let me see if I can read that. I'm also going to advertise on Facebook. It's well worth the money. One house, I basically pay for your advertising. Yeah, that comes from cancel real quick. Let me see if I can bring that back up. I don't know how to bring that back. Oh, here we go. Steve said that he was going to pay. Yeah, Steve, absolutely. If you want to pay for that, I think that's a good thing. I know we'll be paying for some for sure through Craigslist because it just helps get your name out there. $5 is not very much. I throw $100 towards it, and you can get as many ads as you want to that month. I mean, obviously, be strategic about it. Just don't, you got to be really careful with AdWords now. You've got to be really careful with all the wording that you put in there and the areas that you put in. So you have to be very careful because I'm not sure that you can edit it either. So I'll have to check into it on that. But I won't be pre-advertising on there anymore. In general, how is the return? Timothy, the return, I'm not sure. I haven't done the return versus the money yet side of things. But we posted so much on there that I have people calling me from there. Even today I had 3 houses call me from there. Closed 2 of them. So I mean, your return is very high. I still believe in it, but they have to see you repeatedly. So I would throw $100 maybe a week at it and see where it goes from there. I wouldn't put $5 towards it and then try to do an even way out. I would do $100 worth of advertising a week and see where it goes from there. And then if that doesn't pan out, you just got to be careful, because let's say if you're in Michigan, for instance, because we have, spring, summer, fall, and winter, and what happens, yeah, you're welcome, Timothy. What happens is, let's say a lot of guys right now are pre-advertising. I know we do a lot of pre-advertising during the year, and Craigslist is one of them, because it honestly is a cool website. It's a free advertisement, but it gets kind of the word out for everybody, right? It kind of stirs up the excitement, and then what happens is, let's say if you pay for the advertising, and we got a 45-degree day today, right? So we got a 45-degree day today. You put the ad out in 2 weeks, or next week it starts, or at the end of the week, let's say it's supposed to get a little bit chillier here. So your 40-degree or 45-degree day is now 30 degrees. So there's no way you can get up there and gutter clean, right, at all, and because it's all frozen. And then you only have another 15 days on that, because you ran it for 15 days and it's nothing but snowy, cold ass weather, and then you're supposed to run it for another 15. So you have to be strategically, especially if you're new. I have a lot of people call me, and they're just absolutely broke, okay? They don't have anything, and $5 or $20 is a lot to them. $5 and $20 is a lot to somebody that just started up the business, right? And so I would say you'd have to be really wise on your keywords that you would put in there. You would have to be strategically placing phrases. You would strategically have to put new captions on it in your word section. You can add like a telephone or a thumbs up or look or something like that on there. It's kind of cool, or like the finger pointing to your page, so it kind of highlights it a little bit more. So you can do all those things on Craigslist. But yeah, that was one thing that I ran into on Sunday when we were getting ready to do all of our advertising. And this year, I mean, gosh, I used to post, like I said, 9 things a day last year, every single day for the entire summer. So that will be a couple things off our list that we'll have to do as a business, especially for that. But now you can, if you have 2 different services like window cleaning and power washing, or window cleaning, power washing, gutter cleaning, you can combine all those if you guys have multiple businesses, and then be creative on how you split that out for your taxes and everything. But yeah, I don't know, just something I wanted to share with you guys real quick. You guys called me in my room. I was Facebook Live just a little bit ago. I did one video, and then I just wrote about businesses and closing business and stuff like that. I had 3 homes call and 2 commercial businesses. No, the commercial side of the business, real quick, and then we'll get off of here. But the commercial side of the business, you got to remember, what you do today, you'll get next month, right? Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense to you guys, I understand. Until you guys do it, it's kind of hard. I'm in the remodeling business, particularly drywall and paint. I'm always trying to think of how I can get my name. Hold on one second, buddy. Where was I? How I can get my name out there besides what I'm doing so far. There's not very much. You could always use the app, real quick. Timothy, you can use the app. It's called Nextdoor. It takes a little bit of time to get a password and things like that. They'll send it to your house and everything. But that one's nice too. But you get your neighbors too. So if you live in a pretty nice area, you get a lot of the neighbors around there. But if not, you kind of get the crap business. What I base I'm trying to read this. Every time I touch this thing, it disappears. What I basically do at this point, if I can't advertise online because I'm worried about the weather, northeast, this thing is funny. Northeast, we're still getting snow. I'll go out and put out door hangers. Yeah, door hangers are good. To be honest with you, it's a good opportunity to get out there by foot, and you know, it's like for instance, it's when you walk places and like throw door hangers out, you see so much more than when you drive right by somewhere. So let's say I remember just recently. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was embarrassing. I said, "Oh, I don't need gas. I'm just gonna drive home." It was cold outside. I said, "I don't need gas. I'll get it in the morning." And it's on E, right? Why didn't I just fill up? Got out to that car that morning. Da 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 da. The missus has already gone to work. I get my bike out. I'm pedaling my bike with a gas can in the hand, right? I'm embarrassed. I'm mad. I'm pissed at myself. And I seen so many houses. I was like, hey, that needs gutter cleaning. Hey, that does. And so it's kind of cool to see everything as you go by. I do good with. Let me see what this says. I do good with lettering on my cargo trailer, but this is advertising on top. Up at that, yeah. So there's one thing to advertise, word of mouth, right? Yeah, word of mouth that you can do is the best advertising that you can possibly have. Advertising on your vehicle is a must, and advertising on your clothes is a must. And so, yeah, you want to do some advertising on top of that. I have some pretty awesome websites for signs that you guys can get into. If you guys want to personal message me on Facebook, I can go ahead and talk to you about those places. I also just... What the... If you guys see this trouble I'm having again. I also just wanted to add in so that when getting any customers, I'll schedule them around the end of April, or maybe as late as the beginning of May. Yeah, well, we're about 2.5 weeks out right now anyways. So what's up, Backflip Boys? Good to see you guys on here. I thought we were on Facebook. We were on Facebook. You guys had to come on over here. Backflip Boys, they're doing some amazing things over there. I believe they are... I believe the Backflip Boys are with... gosh, I can't think of the name of it now. Anyways, they're with a window cleaning group. But they started up a window cleaning program, so you can purchase through them. So go take a look at their website. Cool stuff. But anyways, yeah. So those are good opportunities. You can do yard signs. Yard signs are sweet, but you guys have to be very, 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 very careful with yard signs. You can get fined. You have to. I had the sign police, I call them, calling my house, calling the business, calling my cell phones, calling my letter in the mail. Yeah, yard signs are sweet. They bring us the most money in, but you have to know where to place these suckers so you don't get fined. I had a guy tell me, you better take out, thanks for the cool video. Hey man, thanks for watching, Ray, appreciate it, man. I had one guy call me and say, hey, I'm going to fine you $250 every sign that you have out. He goes, how many signs do you have out? I was like, 20. I probably had 30 out. And he goes, he got real smart ass with me. I said, send me the bill, man. I said, I have no idea why you're talking to me this way. And he probably thought we were just like this real small business. And I'm like, no. First of all, I said, you talk to everybody with respect, number one. And the lady that answered the phone says, that's just the way it is. I said, that's not the way it's going to be with me. And it's not me being a dick, but it's me being, you know, I'm not trying to be confrontational for any means. But if I'm going to treat you how you treat me, right? If you treat me with respect, I'm going to give you respect. So I was like, hey, man, it's not how it's going to go. I was like, matter of fact, I was like, I need I went to the mayor, and I said, I'm going to need a apology letter from you. And I need it signed by you and the mayor because you guys treated me like garbage. And so I got that right sent to my house. So whether it was from them two or not, I got one. But the most, and an apology too from both of them. So so you got, saying all that, you have to be very, very careful on signs. You have to know where to place them. How far from the curb? How far from the stop sign? Making sure that your signs don't have any word called stop on there. You cannot have any word on your sign that says stop. You cannot. They will fine you immediately and take it and yank it. you can't put it in front of subdivisions here in Michigan. You you can't put it in a roundabout. You can't put it closer than 3 foot from the curb. You have to put it back 4 foot from the curb, sometimes past the telephone pole. So these are things that you're going to learn very, very quickly as you guys are getting on. Next door, Backflip Boy just put on there, next door works out. Yeah, it does, as long as you're in a prominent area. If you're not in a prominent area and you live in... I had one issue with this. One guy's like, yeah, I'm having issues with advertising. Because Craigslist is... I was just talking to him recently. He's like, Craigslist is charging $5 a thing. I said, no problem. I said, use Nextdoor app. And he's like, well, I have 8 neighbors in 35 miles of me, and I normally go into the town, which is, well, take that back, 35 miles. It would be 15 miles or something like that as a household, but between 35 and 45 miles is where he would go to window clean. And I'm like, man, he drives a pretty far distance to window clean. But the moral of the story is, next door really wasn't going to work for him, because I mean, he was in the middle of nowhere. I actually pinpointed his house, and I was like, dude, you're right, there's nothing around. I'm like, aren't you scared to live out there in the middle of nothing, you know? Like, he says in the summertime that he takes a cooler to Walmart and makes a whole day trip out of it, and then takes all the food and puts it into the coolers, because if he didn't have the coolers, the food would be bad time he got home. So it was kind of crazy. Yeah, I thought that was pretty tricky as well. So maybe if you guys can collaborate with me and come up with a better idea for this young man, that would be cool. Because I don't know everything, that's for sure. I'd like to get as much business information as I can to you guys, so then that way you guys can have a boost of energy. I think that this Craigslist deal is going to hurt a lot of the newbies out there, and some of us. Yeah, I would say move. I'd say move to the city, man. I don't know how people do it out in the country. But advertising, I think it's gonna hurt a lot of businesses out there, and I'd like to see that. What's going on? That's why I used my mother-in-law's address. LOL. I don't have a neighborhood. See, so smart. Okay, so that's a good way. He could use a mother-in-law or father-in-law or another relative's phone address. That's a good one. I like that. I'm gonna write that down for him right now. Another address. That way he'll have it down, so then that way he can use it. That's very, very smart. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, miss. You want to say hi to the YouTube world? You're over it? What'd you do, fall asleep in there?
No, we were talking.
Oh, laying down.
Work.
She was laying down with Little Man, so she was in there talking about work. I was
you live?
Yeah, I'm live with Facebook, just checking out, seeing how everything's going. But I'm gonna get off of here. She just popped her head in, and we're gonna go have some R&R, resting and relaxing time. So I love you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good day. I haven't done too many business videos on YouTube recently. I've been just really doing a lot of stuff with the family and me time, which is nice. I've been doing some woodwork stuff that makes me happy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's very difficult to be online and dedicate. I was supposed to do 1 video a day, and it was so exhausting that it was exhausting not only my relationships with my kids and my family, but I was doing so much on here, and my family appreciates me, and they love me, and they care for me, and they give me kudos and everything that we need as family, right? Where if you do social media, people don't give a shit about you, number one, and they don't give a freaking care if and they don't care if you're on or not. So I wanted to do one a day, and I did it for a long time, and then I just went through and I just started deleting videos. I think I deleted 100 videos or something like that yesterday night. I said, these people don't care. But I do want to help the people out that need it. I don't care about the piss-ons out there that have their own advice and they're trying to give everybody. But I love you guys. Hopefully you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys soon. You too, brother.